So I'm showing this Queen of Cups could be any water sign. It could be Pisces. It could be Cancer. It could be Scorpio. But I'm reading it as you, Pisces, because you generally show up as Queen of Cups. And there's something in May that is just you kind of under the surface, not really feeling yourself perhaps, or only feeling 75% yourself. Usually when cards are in reverse, there's some sort of delay, some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance. What's preventing you from showing up just as you are, Pisces, in May? It's saying like you're almost there. You might be just below the surface. There's something that's keeping you from you're feeling just a little bit out of sorts, or you're feeling a little bit just like not quite at the surface, or the real you as you are is emerging, but it's not quite here yet. So those are all interpretations of Queen of Cups in reverse for your central theme of May. For many of you, I'm getting that it's like you're just below the surface and you're about to emerge. And I want to ask you, what is the fear, doubt, or resistance for you showing up just as you are, Pisces? Because Queen of Cups is a lovely card. She's intuitive. She has almost some psychic abilities. She comes from a very emotional, compassionate place. She cares about the feelings of others. She's got a lot of that watery element. And you Pisces are very usually soft and sensitive creatures anyway. So what is keeping you from showing up just as you are fully? You know, what will it take for you to emerge fully in May? So that's your central card. What's in shadow is something that's sort of percolating beneath the surface, Pisces. And this is a card of travel. This is a card of going somewhere new. It's also a card of recovery and healing. It's the Six of Swords. So you can see in this card that it's either you helping yourself, or you helping someone else, or someone else helping you. Those are all possibilities with Six of Swords. So this means that you may be doing some recovery or healing under the surface. And I say that because it's in your shadow position. Usually this is happening beneath our level of consciousness. Or you may be percolating on some dreams of travel, going somewhere new. And it usually has to do with going from rough waters to smooth horizons, somewhere where the sky is clear. So this is what's happening beneath the level of your consciousness. Might be, some of you may have dreams of travel, or you might be healing and recovering from something on a subconscious or unconscious level, Pisces, for May. There may be something that you're healing or recovering from, addressing, that you may not even be aware of. What's passing away is Eight of Wands in reverse. So delays are going to be anything that's been slow or in delay, that's going to be dissolving away. Things are going to be coming into focus, coming clear. You may get that last piece of information. Eight of Wands in the upright position usually means things that happen swiftly, things being 80 to 90% lined up. It's when the pot of water finally boils. And in the reverse position, it says the removal of delays. In the reverse position and in the passing away position, it's the removal of delays. It's the it's the dissolution of anything that is preventing these Eight of Wands flying through the air and completing. So removal of obstacles. I'm actually getting the image of Ganesh here because he's the Indian god for the remover of obstacles, and whatever was in delay is going to be resolving. Delays are going to be dissipating for you in May. So that's a nice card to have in that position. What is upcoming for you, which will require your attention, Pisces, is some sort of conclusion or end, some sort of facing of the death or transformation of something. You may be confronting a death head on. That could either be a figurative death or literal death. It's often the death card is more about transformation and letting something go. So what I'm going to say is there may be something that you really treasured, that you really wanted to keep alive and may have nurtured a lot, that you're going to have to accept the timing of its natural conclusion, the natural end of it, and cut the cords to it, to say goodbye to it. Because every cycle in nature has something that blooms and then it dies. And then the seeds from that original life create the new life. So by letting go, you are welcoming in new life, Pisces. So I'm going to encourage you. There's a Buddhist saying that I often bring up when I see the death card, and that says let go or be dragged. So you're going to need to let go of something, even if it's something that you really cherished and loved and wanted to have it be eternal, for it to live forever, to treasure the beauty of it forever. The natural world lives and dies, and it's a natural part of cycle. So accept that part of cycle that, maybe you did love this thing, but you're going to have to let go. This could be a person, a relationship, a job, a house, a home, a cycle of life, a creative thing, anything that you really treasured. That's the image of that rose. It's natural life has ended, so you have to acknowledge that and let it go. That's part of death. I actually get the sense that you're going to be okay with that because it's death showing up in the upright position. Something may be transforming too. That's another possibility for that card. That's what's approaching for you. Don't be fearful of death, by the way. This is not a scary card. Even though it shows the Reaper, it's really just a card about the transformation of cycles of life and birth. It's a natural part of life. So it just means accepting, letting go of something, and preparing room for new life. And then I see highlighted Queen of Rods. So this is feeling confident. It's feeling bold. It's feeling radiant. She's very humorous. She takes life with a grain of salt. She gets stuff done. She's active. So this could either be a fire sign that shows up for you, Pisces. So that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that shows up for you in May. Or it could be the archetype of you feeling more passionate, feeling radiant, enthusiastic, going for it, feeling full of action and renewed. So that's kind of how I'm reading it for you, Pisces. I'm actually reading this more as you, but it potentially could be a fire sign woman that shows up. If you're male, this could also be you as the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Rods, either way, but she's really a master of her emotions. If you're feeling out of sorts in May or in a funk or just not fully yourself, you may be emerging, and this active, I'm going to say get active in May, because Queen of Rods, she's full of energy. She's full of vitality. So embrace that energy. She may also represent a new life that comes through once you address letting go. There might be some sadness here in the acknowledgement of having let go of something, but what's waiting for you also is Queen of Rods. It's like coming into your own courageousness, your own boldness, your own energy, vitality, radiance. So that's really good energy, Pisces, for me. For week 1, we have 7 of coins in reverse. So this means having a hard time with being patient about something. If week 1 has found you being impatient, that's kind of what 7 of coins in reverse can be. 7 of coins is about assessing something, waiting for the vines to ripen or the fruits on the vine to ripen, waiting for the right time for something, assessing, taking stock of the situation, seeing if what you're planting is reaping the rewards that you want. It's assessing your return on investment. So it's saying, do you want to continue taking the same action and reaping the same reward? When this is in reverse, it may mean that you're having a hard time being patient or assessing something, or you're just sort of plowing through regardless of what the outcomes are. So when this card comes up in reverse, I'm going to say really take time to exercise patience. Take a step back and take a look at things. Take a step back to get some perspective, and it may help you assess things by changing, just instead of being in the thick of things, to take a step back and look at it from an objective point of view, to really assess your return on investment, if you want to continue planting the same crop and getting the same results or not. But especially with it in reverse, it's saying, be patient. Things take time to develop. You may not be able to harvest things right now. You may not get the results you want right now because things are growing, things are sweetening. It takes time for the sun to hit all of those fruits on the vine, and they'll be ready when they're ripe, when they're ready. So patience is the first. For the first week of May, you may need to take some extra care to be patient and just reassess things, step back and get a different perspective to say, okay, do I want to continue doing what I'm doing and the way that I'm doing it? For week 2, it's a really fun week for you, Pisces. This is 3 of Cups, which is celebration, festivities, being surrounded by like-minded people. So that could be friends or family. And it means surrounding yourself with people who are your tribe. So it's a real card of socializing, of parties, of raising the glass of life, and drinking from it and celebrating, being thankful. Participating, it can be creativity. Sometimes when I see this card, I think of music, table, wine, food. It's got a lot of Venus energy to it. So it's celebration. It's really like, go out and have fun, Pisces, second week of May. Go out and hang out with your friends, hang out with your family, hang out with your like-minded people, and celebrate life. It's time to cherish that. It's a really fun card. For week 3, we have 2 of Cups in reverse. So this is something about relationships being a little topsy-turvy. There's 3 cards in reverse here. So delay, patience and delay, interesting, may apply to your relationships. And I'm getting, for some of you, good things come to those who wait. Or that if you may be going through a patch in your relationship, if you are in a relationship, that your current one may be in delay or topsy-turvy, but it may be worth it to ride it through. It may be worth to exercise some patience. When this is in the reverse position, you're having a hard time being open, sharing, being vulnerable, or there may be some difficulties with your partner or in your relationship to relationships in general, maybe having difficulty being patient in getting a partner or having a partner. Just take a deep breath in week 3 of May, Pisces, because 2 of Cups is showing up for you. That is open-hearted sharing of hearts energy. It just may not be showing up the way you think it is. It may be in shadow. You may be having a difficult time seeing it, but it's there for you. So I'm going to say ride out the rough patches, have patience with your partner and with yourself, and remember that good things do come to those who wait. Try to see that this card is here for you. Try to uncover whatever may be covering it, because it's showing up for you here. There's usually some doubt, fear, or resistance when a card shows up in reverse. So what doubt, fear, or resistance can you remove from yourself to allow this 2 of Cups energy to come through? There's a quote by Rumi that says, our job in love is to remove all of the blocks inside ourselves, to open ourselves to love. That's not the exact quote, but it has that basic meaning. So your job, week 3 of May, what are any blocks inside yourself that that you can remove to receiving this love, to welcoming this 2 of Cups energy? And then 4th week of May, we have Knight of Wands. So this is the helper to this Queen of Rods. Usually the Knight works in service for the Queen, or it can be mother-son energy. So this could be a fire sign, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for 4th week of May. Or this could be you, Pisces. This is a card also about confidence, boldness, just like Queen of Rods. But because he's a Knight, he's got that romantic, playful, clever, trickster energy. And he's very daring and very foolhardy. Like he will just rush into things. In the Rider-Waite, he's on his horse, rearing up on 2 legs. So when this card comes, it says, like, be daring, be courageous, be adventurous, but don't go overboard. Don't be cocky or arrogant, because that's the low side of Knight of Rods, is that he can be a little too brazen, a little too arrogant, a little too leaping before he looks. So when this card shows up, it could be challenges with a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sag, or it could be someone who's jealous of relationship stuff going on, someone who's trying to get in, like a third person. But potentially this is, boldness, confidence, daring that you can tap into, receiving help. But you're going to have to challenge whatever fears, doubts, or resistance you have to showing up as a courageous, bold, daring person. So those are some possibilities for week 4. Try to embrace the Jack of Clubs energy. He's got a lot of get up and go. What's preventing you from doing that, Pisces? What's preventing you from being courageous, bold, daring? That's definitely featured for you here. maybe you're afraid of being, that's something I'm getting for some of you, is that you're afraid of appearing too cocky or arrogant. I'm going to encourage you to embrace Queen of Rods and Knight of Rods energy. That might get you out of any funk that you might be in, if or not showing up fully as yourself, Pisces.